Hey, Nation, back with Ted Halsey. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well, Harry. How about yourself?
Good, good. Hey, I have a funny story to tell you. With my recent relocation to Austin, and I'm slowly unpacking. Just it's gonna take time, but I came across a little clip that said Sonic Wall, a little silver clip that is just the perfect size to seal when I get the chips, right? The tortilla chips. Here we are on Cinco de Mayo, and so that clip. And if you have like 10 more of those in your closets, ship them out to me. But that was a really good Chotsky. Maybe you recall the thing, maybe you don't, but it was a oversized. You know what I'm trying to
Oversized
express.
chip clip. I don't know. Yeah, I mean,
Is great. Is
swag from the past.
Yeah,
Swag from the past.
exactly. And that's going to come back. I think shows are going to be stronger than ever. We'll talk about that next time. But hey, what's the state of the union in the MSP community? You're out there talking, and we're coming into summer. We're coming into a healthier economy and
Yeah.
a healthier society. What's going on?
I mean, I think, checkbooks are open. People are enthusiastic and positive. Kind of the attitudes changed in 2021. And it's showing up in just everybody's super busy. Things have become unfrozen. People who put things on hold in 2020 are talking again, and most of my clients are just seeing a lot of new client additions, and so they're signing up new deals, they're winning new logos. So it's very positive. I think just a ton of positive energy, and then a lot of stuff with existing clients, projects that got put on hold, things are getting loosened up, and people are spending. That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, yeah, cool. And are you still involved in it's HTG Peer Groups now over at ConnectWise? Are you still involved in that?
Yeah. Actually, just yesterday we had our quarterly meeting. We're still. It's kind of like I think half of the IT Nation Evolve peer groups did get together in Dallas this week, and then the other
Oh,
half,
wow.
the
Okay.
other half of the groups, maybe it's only a third. Who knows? But my particular group, since we had lots of people who weren't going to travel still,
Yeah.
we just decided to stay virtual. So more than half of the groups are still virtual this quarter. Some people went down to Dallas, but I think probably by Q3 in Denver in August, I think everybody hopes to be back together in person for in-person meetings.
Yeah, yeah, I concur. I've revised my forecast. A few months ago on this very podcast series, I was saying Q4, and that was the belief, right? The vendors were like, I'm not getting on a plane till Q4. And the dirty little secret of events at the end of the day is vendors drive the events, but don't tell anybody
Oh yeah.
the economics of it. But it has shifted to Q3, and when I say Q3, I think what you're going to see is July in large part will be a wash because there's pent up demand for vacations, and Mama Bear wants to go to the water park with the kids, and Papa Bear's got to go. There's a little bit of a backlog of fun, but you turn the corner getting close to Labor Day, and I think it's going to be a rocket ship,
Oh yeah.
out there.
Yeah, I think there's tons of pent up demand. I mean, people are hungry for traditional social interaction. I mean, I think
Yeah.
there's just no doubt, and traditional networking. And I mean, over lunch the other day, I was talking to a client, and he was like, "When did we ever think 2 or 3 years ago that we were going to be saying, oh, I incredibly miss business travel?" And I think everybody is saying that all the time, that you just miss the kind of the social engagement and the value of running into people in the hallways at the trade show and reconnecting with people in that way. So there's so much serendipity in going to events and networking. So it's going to come roaring back big time, I think.
Yeah, yeah, and the way I'm wired, and you've known me a long time, but I have a really hard time sitting at a desk all the time. You know what I mean? That's why I saw you so much traveling. Loved it, loved it. Now
Yeah.
that said, Ted, and I'll end on this. I'm gonna revisit how much I travel, right? Because I've used the pandemic for a little bit of self reflection. And you've seen me in times where I was probably above 50% travel. And the perception was almost 100% travel because of Facebook. But I, I don't know, man. I don't know if I can go back to that much travel. I will travel, but I think I'm going to revisit how much I travel. How about you?
Yeah, I'm in the same boat, I would say. I mean, the pendulum, emotionally, I really enjoy shows and I enjoy being on the road and connecting with people. And I think there's tremendous value there. But yeah, it's an incredible burden just to be away and being on the airplane, and, your health suffers because you're probably not eating as well as you should, and
Yeah.
everything else on the road. So I'm in the same boat in terms of like being more thoughtful and intentional about it, and not just being knee jerk about it. Like, hey, the only way we can get together is by getting on an airplane and seeing each other. So I think the pendulum will swing back, but I think everybody is trying to like dial it in correctly, so that we just don't that the pendulum doesn't go all the way to the other end of the extreme, and we're back to where we were 3 or 4 years ago, where we were like, why am I traveling so much? This is a pain. So I think there's a right medium, there's a right happy medium. And we, of course, have all these wonderful tools now that are broadly adopted and really have transformed how people are working. So, yeah, we're not going to go back to the same, but we do
No.
want to get back to doing some trade shows for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, my friend, we'll talk to you next quarter. Thanks for being one of our analysts, man.
All right. Good visiting with you, Harry. Take care.
All right.
See you now.
Bye.